And now, Friday Night Live brings you Excess Hollywood with your hosts, Hope Shapiro and Richard Van Slyke.
Hello and welcome to Excess Hollywood, where we bring you what's hot, hip, and happening in Hollywood. I'm Richard Van Slyke.
And I'm Hope Shapiro. Our top story tonight.
Maureen McCormick, Marsha Brady of the Brady Bunch, released a tell-all book this week exposing the details of her less than Brady-like real life. In the book, McCormick confesses to dates with Michael Jackson and Steve Martin, an unwanted pregnancy, trading sex for drugs, and a romance with TV stepbrother Barry Williams, which lends new meaning to the phrase, Marsha, Marsha, Marsha.
In the November issue of Allure magazine, Eva Longoria sets the record straight about her new fuller figure. I stopped working out and gained about 7 pounds over the summer. Every magazine is tearing me apart. I never went up a size, I just got rounder. I'm still a size 0. Which is inspiring news for any adolescent girl out there to know that even if she balloons up to a hideous size 102 pounds, she is still worthy of love. Oh my, gross. It's like a weight loss ad. And now with an exclusive Hollywood report, our own Brandy McKay. Brandy?
Thanks, Open Richard. Earlier this week, Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron, while promoting their movie High School Musical 3, decided to take a lover's rendezvous by going to see a play. Paparazzi swarmed them and they had to push their way to a car.
Oh God, that's awful.
Well, what's awful is when Vanessa finally sat down in the car with Zac, she realized her face was bleeding. Apparently, she hadn't realized she had been elbowed in the face.
I'm sorry, Brandy, she didn't realize she'd been elbowed in the face?
That's right, Richard. Vanessa said, and I quote, "I didn't notice I got elbowed in the face."
Brandy, how is that possible for someone to not notice that they've been elbowed in the face?
An excellent question, and here to answer it is Dr. Elmer Richards from UCLA's Medical Research Department. Doctor, can you help explain to us and our audience why Vanessa Hudgens couldn't feel the elbow to her face?
Well, I can try.
Okay.
Basically.
You see, a doctor can clearly feel himself being elbowed in the face. Now, on the other hand, let's use someone with the mental capacity of Vanessa Hudgens. Casey, where are you for a second?
I'm changing.
I just need to hear a quick news that.
Hey, Brittany, what did you need me for?
Oh, just.
Because I gotta change for my next sketch, and,
Oh.
do I have lines? Is there lines for me? I just was in this bit.
Just stand right there. I just wanted to.
Hey, Hope, Richard, how's Access Hollywood going?
It's okay.
Good.
Good.
Okay.
Did you need me for anything else?
Well, thank you, Casey.
Sure.
That'll be all.
All right. God, I have a headache.
That is amazing.
Yes, it is.
Brandy McKay, everyone.
Former Beatles drummer Ringo Starr announced this week that as of October 20th, he will no longer answer fan mail. The 68-year-old stated that any mail received after that date will be tossed because he has too much to do. Really? I'm sure all the time he devoted to signing autographs on a daily basis will give him, what, an extra 5 minutes of nap time?
The biggest thing in Hollywood this past week has been High School Musical 3. Here with the review of an advanced screening is Excess Hollywood's film critic, Michael Schuster. Michael?
Thanks, Open Richard. I just came from a private screening of High School Musical 3, and if there's anyone out there wondering if the third installment of this franchise can live up to the first two, fear not. HSM 3 doesn't disappoint.
Well, that is wonderful to hear, Michael.
You know, Vanessa Hudgens rejoins the cast, which also includes Ashley Tisdale, and they are wonderful. Now, I go as far as to say delicious.
Michael, you know, I'm a little surprised that you would be such a huge fan.
Are you kidding? Who could forget those photos of Vanessa Hudgens that showed her posing in suggestive lingerie and in the nude? For me, it was like Christmas in July.
Let's move on, shall we?
Okay, well, I've also been into Ashley Tisdale since she was on Sweet Life with Zach and Cody, and I think she's Jewish, so dating her would make my mom rebel.
Okay, I don't think that's going to happen, Michael. See, she's about 20 years younger than you.
Well, thanks for making me sound a little romantic to criminally inappropriate.
Okay, trust me, Michael, it's a very short trip for you.
What about High School Musical's biggest star, the music?
What?
The music, it's called High School Musical because it's a musical.
Really, I never noticed.
You didn't see the movie, did you, Michael?
Oh, of course I did. But with the sound off and a jar of Vaseline next to me.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna puke a little.
I told you I just came from a private screening.
Okay, Michael, that's enough. Michael Schuster, everyone. After promoting her new film, The Changeling in New York, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt went back home to New Orleans' historic French Quarter. Pitt has been active in rebuilding homes devastated by Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Here is a recent photo of Angelina taking her children on a shopping spree for a new brother or sister.
A London tabloid recently reported Victoria Beckham is addicted to diet pills to keep her trim figure. In response, she tells Britain's The Sun newspaper, "You have to take these things really seriously. There are young girls out there who will think it's cool to take slimming tablets. Things like that are dangerous." She goes on to explain it's much better to starve yourself. Much more fabulous.
Well, that's it for Excess Hollywood. I'm Richard Van Slyke.
And I'm Hope Shapiro.